Yo, it's your boy DC3, and this is Dctree-Nation, the channel on YouTube that covers hoops and heroes. And today we're talking hoops. We talking my dog Josh Primo, y'all. And I gotta tell you, man, this kid is growing on me. I wasn't in love with the pick when it first came through, and I had to think about it. Was I wrong for thinking that way? I don't think I was completely wrong, because as good as this kid is, he's just not playing enough minutes, and I don't know where the minutes are going to come from for this guy. You get what I'm saying? I think he deserves minutes on the floor, but he hasn't been playing that much in the preseason. And it is the preseason, and maybe 10-15 games into the season he may get some time, but as of right now, it looks like it's just not enough minutes for him. And that's messed up, because this kid's game is smoother than a Tim Duncan three-pointer.
Takes it to the basket. Duncan, a three-pointer. Puts it up. It's good. Tim Duncan from three-point land ties the game.
This kid's game is smoother than a Tony Parker spin move.
Turnover. They go the other way. Nice spin move by Parker.
Yeah. Listen, Josh Primo's skills are smoother than a Miles Morales final swing. Y'all know what I'm trying to say, man. I've said it in like 3 or 4 videos. The boy is smooth, but we have to ask, where will the minutes come from, man? Where will the minutes come from? But before I jump too deep into it, if you like my content, please sub to the channel. Also, don't forget to hit that like button, and please don't forget to hit that notification bell for more videos. Thank you so much for the continued support. Okay, just to start off this video, this is of course a speculation video. I have no idea what the Spurs are going to do with Josh Primo. They could just consistently play him 10 minutes a game, and keep him on the bench. That could be something they plan to do. He is a young player. He is inexperienced. Although he has showed poise for his age, I would hope they would give him consistent minutes. But, you never know with the Spurs, okay? Potentially, to give him the minutes, they're going to have to trim the minutes of others. You get what I'm saying? And, I see Primo more as a 2-guard than a point guard. So just looking at a 2-guard situation, you start off with Derek White. Derek White, I don't really see his minutes getting trimmed. I really don't, because he's coming around the corner. He scores for us. He's a good assist man. He has a good feel for the game. He's great defensively. Block shots, taking charges, those type of things. His value goes beyond just scoring the basketball. Now, one reason Primo may take some of his minutes is if he gets hurt again. He's been hurt the last couple years, little knick-knack injuries, nothing major. If he gets hurt again, then I can see Primo kind of stepping into his minutes, even if he potentially comes back from an injury, because I can see Pop trying to keep him, fresh, for him to make it out through, make it through the season. Of course, that's a little different these days, because we probably won't make the playoffs. That idea of resting someone, but Popovich, he seems to not like to burn people out, even if they're younger players. So he can potentially, sit White and put Primo in the game, in that instance. But I don't really foresee that happening. The next person that maybe Primo could potentially not completely replace, but trim minutes off of, is Lonnie Walker. Lonnie Walker has taken a bit of a leap on his offensive capabilities, but he's still rather inconsistent. So when you're inconsistent, then you leave room for other people to play. I think in that last preseason game against Houston, Lonnie only played around 12 or 13 minutes, which is unusual. But with so many perimeter players, he wasn't necessarily missed. And one thing about Lonnie Walker, he does a lot of things well. He's athletic. He can get to the cup. He can shoot the mid-range. He can shoot the 3, a streaky shooter, but he can shoot the 3. He deserves to be out there when he's on. But if he's off, he doesn't really have the defensive intensity that he could have with someone with his athletic ability. So that's why, if Pop does go fishing for minutes for Primo, he's likely to go to Lonnie Walker versus Derek White. Because heck, even if Derek White is having a terrible shooting night, he contributes, with assists and contributes with defensive stops and, with his basketball IQ. Lonnie Walker, on the other hand, is, pretty much a scorer. You see what I'm saying? Like, if he doesn't score a lot of points, or his shot isn't falling, then, he doesn't really do much else on the court. So again, he's in that range of getting some of his minutes trimmed if we do decide to keep Primo on the bench. Okay, when you're talking about Primo stealing minutes, you kind of have to put Bryn Forbes at the top of the list. Not necessarily because he's not a veteran or he's a bad player or I'm bashing him or anything like that. The reason why I have him higher on the list than Lonnie Walker is because, he is worse defensively. He is smaller. He is less athletic. He's older. You get what I'm saying? So if you were going to, trade Lonnie and Bryn, and you probably would go with Lonnie if Forbes' shot isn't falling. Now, if his shot is falling and his money from outside, then he's going to probably make it on the floor. But just like in that last preseason game, he wasn't really making his shots. So he was a bit of a liability on defense. So when you start taking those things into account, Primo, who has been pretty sound defensively, not great, but sound, more size, more length, more youth, more athleticism, then again, Forbes is probably potentially going to lose some of his minutes, especially if his shot isn't falling. You get what I'm saying? Early in the game. So I think if we do give Primo a shot, then the minutes that are going to be shaved are going to come from Forbes. Now, don't get me wrong. Popovich, he could shave minutes from all three of these players. You get what I'm saying? He could shave minutes from just Lonnie and Forbes, which I'm thinking he might do if he does decide to give Primo a shot this early in his career. You get what I'm saying? I don't see D White's minutes getting really shaved because he does too many things. But Lonnie Walker and Forbes, they are both a bit one-dimensional. You get what I'm saying? But I do think Lonnie has more upside if his shot is going down. You get what I'm saying? So again, this whole idea is speculation, not is a slow news day, not a whole lot to talk about, but I did think this was a viable topic because we got to get Primo out on the floor, man. He has to grow. And I don't think Austin is the best place for him. He's just going to torch those guys. You get what I'm saying? He needs to be around NBA level speed to get better as quickly as possible. All right. So again, before I get out of here, I just want to reiterate, I'm not saying that Primo is going to steal all of Forbes' minutes or steal all of Lonnie's minutes or steal all of White's minutes. I'm just saying that maybe Pop will adjust their minutes, maybe cut a minute or two here, 3 minutes there to kind of give Primo more run, more practice so he can grow. That's all I'm saying, guys. All right, guys, that's it for this one. Thanks for kicking it with me. Let me know in the comment section if you feel like Primo deserves minutes in the NBA, not at Austin, right now. Does he deserve that? Let me know what you think. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to sub to the channel. Check out my superhero playlist as well, because we do cover hoops and heroes. Y'all. Thanks for kicking it with me, and I will catch you in the comments. Peace.